Hey y'all, Kurt Sasso here from TGT at Fan Expo Canada 2010. We're here at the Rise Comics booth yet again with one of the famous and talented writers of the duo here of this wonderful comic. James, how are you doing today, James?
Not too bad, not too bad. Lacking a little bit in the sleep department, but otherwise unharmed.
Well, you know, I don't think you're going to get any sleep this weekend, and rightly so. You have a great comic to promote. We're going to get right into this, though. We talked with your amazing artist here just a little while ago, and I just want to know, how did you guys get together and form Rise Comics?
Well, the concept behind starting the actual publishing company was very much an afterthought. As Dave mentioned, the comic was originally created as a school project for his university class, and we never expected to print any more than like 3 copies. We were going to print 3 copies for us, and it was going to be cool. We would have it, you know, as a little memento. But everybody finds out you're working on a comic, and everybody just assumes that there's going to be copies for them. So it became this big thing where we were going to have to print a bunch of copies, and we were like, well, I guess we kind of have to start a company now. So we did. We registered Rise Comics with the government of Ontario. We're registered small business, and so band Sidekicked is our first book. It won't be our only. We've got a bunch of other ideas in development right now. As Dave said, he's going to be taking some time off to focus on school, but we're here headhunting other artists and stuff like that to see who can kind of take the reins of some of the other projects. And we're hoping to see, you know, just kind of let it grow organically and see where we can take it.
You know, I know Dave mentioned that you guys are all huge Batman fans. Obviously, you can definitely tell in the writing and all that. But why did you want to write this story?
The story itself, actually, well, I mean, the character's something that Mike and I have joked about for literally a decade. Mike lived with me for a short period of time, at which point we found ourselves bored a lot. And we just started shooting the shit one night, like late into the night, about this ridiculous superhero who has no powers. He wears orange and yellow. He's got this ridiculous rogues gallery of the most the most out there characters you can think of. And it became a running gag in our social circle. And we would always joke about, you know, these fake movies that don't exist, and we would laugh about them. It would be, you know, Band 36 just came out in the theaters today. It was so stupid, you know, and things like that. And it was a gag, you know, for all of us to just kind of laugh at. And then when Dave called me one day, he goes, "Look," he said, the class that I'm in, they said this year our project is whatever the hell we want it to be." He said, "And obviously I'm going to do a comic." He said, "I can't write, so what do you think about working together on something?" I said, "Okay." I said, "Do you have something in mind?" He goes, "Well, what about band?" And so I talked to Mike about it, and he was like, "There's no question." He's like, "Yes, we will totally do that." So it's kind of like, it's really bizarre to see like this thing that we've been joking about for 10 years actually exist on the table and be like being in people's hands. It's been really kind of a surreal experience.
You know, I want to make sure I get to Mike about this and talk and have him explain his side as well, because, well, you guys work well together, and that you can see that in this group, and it's a great collaboration, and it's wonderful, it's amazing. But, you know, I'm going to ask the same question as I asked Dave here. Fan Expo is going to close down unless security, you know, escorts you out because you don't want to go. What are you going to take away from this experience, being first-time publishers?
I think we're going to learn from our mistakes is the big important part. Again, because we never intended for any of this to happen, we've kind of been flying by the seat of our pants since day one. And so there's a lot of things we didn't take into consideration that we've kind of been through the gauntlet, and we're here now, so we can next time it'll be a lot smoother a process. We'll know what we're doing a little easier. We'll know who to talk to, where to go to, and stuff like that. It was pretty much 0 hour by the time we found a printing place that could get the book done and like all this kind of stuff like that. So we've built the connections that we need to make now to make the process run a lot smoother. And I think after hearing feedback from people, after they've actually read the book, after it has a bit of an audience, we'll learn what clicks with people and what, you know, where we need to really put in the work next time.
Well, hey, I just want to thank you so much for this, James. It's been a real pleasure, and I want to hope you have a great rest of your convention here at Fan Expo.
Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate your time.